everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Leanna. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about Tarte Cosmetics. And if you've been here for a little while, then you may have seen my video that I did around this time last year regarding Tarte Cosmetics and why I was not supporting them. Which, to be honest, I haven't supported Tarte Cosmetics since the one and only time that I bought from them, which was July 2016. And that's when I bought their Tartelette and Bloom palette. But I have not, I haven't supported Tarte really financially since then. So there are a number of reasons behind this. It's not just one thing. It's kind of like one thing after another thing that just kind of piles up on top of each other and creates this snowball effect. Because this company just can't stop, really. I feel like it's a company where they just keep screwing up in one way, shape, or form. That's the way I feel. And so you can go back to that video. I'll have that video linked below. But there was one catalyst for a lot of people withdrawing support from Tarte, and that was their Shape Tape foundation last year. And it was around this time. Last year, they came out with 2 different Shape Tape foundations. Each one had 2 shade ranges of 15 shades each, total of 30 shades. And it was really bad, you know, and Tarte's never ever been known for their shade ranges, though. That's the thing that I think some people forgot. It was not really a surprise, but this was even worse than what they had come to be known for. Because what you had for each range of 15 shades was the same amount of the exact same shade of beige, and then at the very end you had about 2 to 3 shades that were all of a sudden much deeper. There was a huge jump, and the undertones were very strange. So it was just like, oh, thanks for that little afterthought that you just dropped in there at the end. And so a lot of people were upset. Obviously, a lot of people were upset. And to make things worse, Tarte said that the reason they did this was because people are paler in the wintertime and darker in the summertime, and that's when they were going to add more shades. Except that black people they have deeper skin all year round. So you just ignored them, and you just admit that you didn't think about them. Because they need shades all year round, but what you're saying is that they don't exist all year round. They only exist in the summertime, and that's when you're going to care about them. And their promotional imagery for this foundation was very misleading. It had a very wide spectrum of people and shades, so they were more than happy to go out and find models with deeper skin but then not have shades for them. So they were very happy to use these models in the promotional imagery and then profit off of diversity that they didn't actually have, because they didn't actually care about including them in the launch. Then, to be fair, Tarte did release more shades. I believe they released 3 more shades. And that was a month or 2 later. And shades don't come into formulation that quickly, which means that they were probably sitting on those shades and they saw the backlash and released them very, very quickly rather than in the summer when people are darker. They could have just released all of the shades all at once and it would not have fixed anything. Now, granted, because those 3 shades were still not very good. But what I'm saying here is that Tarte's a big company. They either can formulate shades very quickly, or they just could have waited and released them all at once. Because they have a lot of money. They're sitting on a lot of money. This isn't a small company. They are constantly putting out releases. and constantly sending people on trips. And that's the thing. After they released those few extra shades, that was it for the Shape Tape foundation. That was it. They went back to releasing all of their... They went back to their regular releases, and that was it. It's like it never happened. There was no like, you know what? We really should apologize for this because we fucked up. And all of their releases should be noted that Tarte has a target audience, and I think that target audience is white, because their palettes are very, very light. If you look at who they're collaborating with, they collaborate with white people, and then their collections are even lighter than Tarte's usual line. So they don't have very dark eyeshadows, they don't have very dark bronzers, contours, highlighters. So it's not like the rest of their line is inclusive and they just dropped the ball on this one thing. They're dropping the ball throughout their line. And so that brings us to now. They are releasing a 50 shade face tape foundation, and it comes with the tagline, "You asked, we listened." But did we ask for this? I don't think we did. I think that there have been a lot of very upset people whose concerns have been very valid and very vocal, but I don't think anybody actually went to Tarte and asked for this. And you shouldn't have to ask to be included. So where's this tagline coming from? And so if we look at the shades now, these new shades, is this an improvement from last year's debacle? And I think the answer here is yes, but that's not very hard to do. And if you look, there's 50 whole shades, and of those 50 shades, there's still a lot going on here. There's still a lot of beige, and in those 50 shades, if you still can't manage to create something for deep dark skin, I think you still failed, because you have 50 whole shades. You have brands coming out with lines half that size that can manage to come out with a shade for deep dark skin, but you can't do it in 50 shades. I think you have to question whether this is a success. And for me, it's not even the fact that this is a success or a failure. It's the fact that they sat on it for a whole year without making any other improvements or trying to make any other improvements to their line. The brand is run by white people. That much is obvious. It shows when the brand releases racist Instagram photos and then tries to deflect blame. It shows when they fail to include people of color from the very beginning. It shows when their second launch still doesn't quite make the mark, yet they pat themselves on the back with a, "We listened. Good for us." That's congratulating yourself for a bare minimum, isn't it? So does Tarte deserve a second chance? That's the question, right? Here's what I personally think. I believe in second chances. I just don't think that this is Tarte's second chance. I don't think that they've shown enough overall personal growth in this 1 year time frame. They haven't, as I said, tried to show improvement in their overall line. They haven't been bringing in people of color to their employee range. The way they represent themselves to the public still leaves a lot to be desired. So I'm open and willing to give them a second chance if I see them taking steps to improvement, such as hiring more employees of color, such as making releases that fit every skin tone and not just when they're asked to do it. And perhaps most importantly, owning up to their mistakes. Because unfortunately, they've never actually really done this. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on Tarte and this new foundation. Are you going to be giving them a second chance? What do you think of the new shades? Were you left out of the previous release? I'd like to know that. Because this is the thing. I never got to try the Shape Tape foundation. I frankly wouldn't have, even if I'd had the chance. But I feel like chances are pretty high that I would have had, if not an exact match, a close match. So I recognize that I'm not the person who was left out in the beginning. So let me know all of your thoughts down below, and I would love to read them. I will get back to each and every one of you. I post Mondays and Fridays here on this channel in the afternoons Eastern time. I will see you very soon. Bye everyone.